Chrissy Swan Show.
Well, hello. We are in much better shape than allegedly King Charles.
These headlines are alarming, Swanee.
They are most alarming things like funeral plans updated. Imagine reading that about yourself.
Right?
Having said that, hard relate to parents currently at the tail end of school holidays. Because always at this time, our good friends in South Australia and New South Wales are gearing up for the end of school holidays, and every time at that time, I'm ready to update my own funeral details and bring that date forward.
Yeah, okay.
So let's do this. Say g'day. I am going to be raiding the prize cupboard here. If anybody needs a pick-me-up, it's those at the end of school holidays.
Also, whilst we're talking school holidays, why can they not nationally align?
They do it to kill us, is the thing. Yeah.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Say g'day to me. I am doing a full prize bonanza. Let's do it.
Chrissy's Say G'day.
I mean, if anyone needs a pick-me-up more than a parent that's had to try and balance work and school holidays, I mean, I'd like to meet them. It is fresh hell. Tanya, are you at the end of your fresh hell?
I am so fatigued. I am completely over it. And my child is not even in school. My child is in university. And it's just worse.
I love this so much. I'm raiding the prize cupboard. God, if I could find this prize sheet, it'd be a good thing. All right, this is what I'm going to give you. Tanya, how many kids have you got? Just the one in uni?
Just the one in uni, and just the one, in fact.
Do you know what you need? You need some time alone in the garden, and I'm going to send you a Wolf Garden Compact Gardening gift pack.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Oh, you'll love it.
I can actually send him out to do the gardening.
Yes, you can. You can. Good on you, Tanya. You've survived it. Mazzy from Mount Druitt. Mazzy.
Hi, how are you?
How many?
Hi, Jack.
Hey, Maz, how are you?
Good, thank you.
How many children have been in your care over the school holidays, Maz?
8.
Oh.
Dear God, make
8,
it end.
Yes. 16 to down to the 14-week-old.
Are you okay? Are you all right,
Yeah.
Maz?
Oh, no. No, every afternoon there's a few little sippers happening, but anyway, yeah, all good.
Have you got a holiday coming up or anything?
No, not yet.
Have you got a cask of wine nearby?
Yes, there has been.
Look, I'm going to give you a Priceline pharmacy voucher. You're going to go to Priceline. You're going to give yourself a nice new lippy and a mask to put on. And as soon as those kids are out of your house, you're going to relax, my friend.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
And also, I'm going to send you a double to go and see a movie. Dev Patel's Monkey Man is in cinemas now, and it's supposed to be amazing.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
And slip some of that cask wine in a water bottle and bang.
Absolutely. And also whack the face mask on in the cinema.
Oh, my God.
Really live it up.
Yes, Samantha, hello.
Hi.
You've got 4 kids at home for the school holidays. How's your mental health?
That's a funny question. They're driving me crazy. We've just been out for the day.
I think people don't understand. It's lovely. It is so lovely to not have to rush around in the mornings. But eventually
Yes,
you're like,
I know.
You're like, oh my God, I can't think of anything else to do with these small people.
I know. I think we've run out of ideas now for the holiday.
Well, I reckon, I'm trying to think. Do you know what I think? This is what I think for you, Samantha. You've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
That is an expensive holiday. You can't go anywhere with 4 kids. I know. It's very, very hard. I am going to give you, in a pure act of optimism, a 10-day hire of an electric car thanks to Hertz.
That's a great prize.
Okay.
All right. So this is like a promise for the future. You know that you have this amazing electric car for 10 days.
Okay.
Then it's up to you to plan the holiday around that, Samantha.
Okay, we actually have a holiday planned in May.
Okay, and can the team at Hertz help you with a vehicle to move you all around for that?
Yeah.
I think so. You can pick it up at the airport, and then you've got wheels, and you won't be looking at each other in the caravan going, I'm ready to kill someone. That is a big fat thanks to Hertz, the team who make car rental extra special.
And ask them for the Batmobile that Jack and Chrissy had, because that was cool.
Correct.
That went really fast. Hey, everyone that just got on air as well, Swanee, is in the draw for Nova's First Class on 50K, and that is being won by one lucky listener on Monday afternoon with
So
Ricky Lee and Joel.
exciting.
So excited.
The Chrissy Swan Show. At Priceline, you can get a free Shane Warne Legacy heart test on a Sisu health station with results in as little as 4 minutes. Tracking your health is easy at Priceline.
Visit priceline.com.au to find your nearest participating store.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Jack, if I said the words Pam Grier to you, does it mean anything?
No.
I think you've got to be sort of my age or older, actually. She was a very famous actress in the 70s. Almost the undisputed first female action star.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, from the 70s. And she had a little resurgence in the late 90s in a film called Jackie Brown, which I know a lot of you will be nodding your head, was one of the best soundtracks of the era. We're talking Bobby Womack.
What a name.
The woman that's sweet, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is on my walking list. 110th Street.
I can imagine you rocking to this as you
Oh,
walk.
man. I love it when it comes on. So that's Bobby Womack, who went on to be part of Womack and Womack. You know, footsteps
Right.
on the dance floor.
Tune.
A bit later, and this is another one, an absolute cracker. Bill Withers.
I feel like I'm in a New York piano bar.
Oh my God, it's so good. So look up that. That's now on your streaming services. But she sat down and had an interview on What Happens Live. Always get that
I
wrong.
love that show.
Recounting the story of when she first met Snoop Dogg. Now, I want to preface this by throwing our number out there, 13 24 10. When have you fainted? Fainting is one of the weirdest things that can ever happen to you.
This is like a fear I have, because I've never fainted, and I've come close, but I'm so afraid of it. I find it really scary. Have you fainted?
I have, and you are right to be frightened.
Yeah.
You feel like you might be dying.
Totally.
I reckon it's as close to dying as you would get to feel when you're not dying.
Yeah.
Next to slipping under general anaesthetic, which I personally love.
Big fan of that.
So Pam Grier told this story about Snoop Dogg fainting.
I knew when it was happening. He was turning pale, and he got up and he wobbled to the men's room, and I said, "Is he okay?" And he went in and fell down on the pissy floor and fainted. And I was so upset that they cleaned him up and brought him back out, and we sat together. And I just couldn't imagine him laying in urine.
Can you imagine? I mean, she is a really big deal and a massive role model.
So it tracks that he would have idolised her and be a big fanboy.
Absolutely. I mean, someone like Pam Grier to Snoop Dogg, it would be one of those situations where you can't believe that your eyes are seeing that person.
Okay.
So I don't blame him for fainting. 30 24 10. When have you fainted? I've only ever fainted once. And I'd cut my finger. I was chopping something and I cut it. And it was really deep and really bad, to the point I had to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. I bundled it all up in a tea towel. And it was painful and bleeding a lot, but I wasn't bad.
And were you calm about it at the time?
Really calm. You know, it was yuck, but it was fine. Anyway, it wasn't until the doctor was quite rough, inexplicably, and he was like cleaning it up and moving it around, and I was watching it and I could see it had sort of butterflied open, like when you slice out the back of a prawn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sort of turned inside out. And I was like, that really hurts. Can you be careful, please? He's like, you'll be fine. And then,
all right, mate.
I know. And then I felt like my head started shrinking. It felt like my head was shrinking like a balloon that you let the air out of. And I sort of started to go, I don't feel great. And then I fainted, blacked out.
Far out.
I know.
How long were you out for?
Not long, but enough to get that little buzz.
Yeah, right. I feel like I've come close to that on a bad hangover.
Probably.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're taking your calls about times you've fainted after Snoop Dogg fainted after meeting his blaxploitation film hero, Pam Grier.
On the pissy floor, he landed.
On the pissy floor. Imagine fainting, which is bad enough, but then imagine fainting in front of a urinal.
Disgusting. I was at the footy yesterday, Swanee, and it really irks me, urinals in public toilets. I hate urinals. I think they're so gross.
I mean, sweeping statement for next week.
Yeah.
Urinals should be outlawed.
Agreed.
I think they're disgusting.
I'm with you.
One of the greatest things about being a woman is that we don't have to deal with that.
Well, I love now in the restaurant scene, it's generally unisex toilets, the new restaurants. Like, it's just a shared bathroom space.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And women can't use a urinal unless they've got a she-wee. Sally, when did you faint? Or no, it's your son.
No, it's my son. Last Saturday, my husband and I were doing gym in our garage, and we heard this horrific noise, and it sounded like the ceiling falling down. And he fainted, passed out, and apparently what happened was he was trying to grab a chair because he felt really dizzy, and he ended up cutting his nose in half on the dining room table. And it was so bad and horrific, I couldn't even look at him because all I could see was the bottom of his nose hanging down.
Oh, my God, Sally, what?
And he has literally was taken off to Royal Brisbane Hospital, and the poor boy now is sitting in the lounge because I'm at work right now. The poor boy is at home, and he's got to spend months with this reconstructed nose. And it's so sad.
Oh, well, that really took a turn for the worse, Sal.
Also,
Goodness me.
I kind of want to do that to get a free nose job. Because then they reconstruct it. Sally, you're in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K.
Oh, my God. Megan, when did you faint?
I fainted twice, actually. Once when my mum was cutting my hair when I was probably a teenager. And then again when I was probably about 18, 19, when I was at the shops ordering McDonald's.
Oh, my God. I mean, look, I get it. It is a very exciting moment. What is your standard order at Macca's? Just make us jealous.
Probably just a cheeseburger meal.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And why did you faint when your mum was cutting your hair? Was she cutting an undercut?
Probably just hadn't eaten enough, or,
Try and explain to Jack, who's never fainted, what the sensation is, because it's very odd.
You just kind of lose train of thought, and then, when I was ordering my McDonald's, apparently I had ordered a complete meal and woke up to security guards around me, and I apparently ordered a meal that I had never eaten before. But,
oh, wow.
It's just an out-of-body experience.
Oh, my God. Obviously the fillet of fish, Megan. Jane, when did you faint?
Oh, hi, Chrissy and Jack.
Hi,
I
Janie.
actually used to be a serial fainter. I used to faint all the time. So I had so many stories to think, which one will I tell you?
Really?
But probably the worst one I did was when I was about 18, or maybe 17. And I'd been doing aerobics, because back in those days it was all the, aerobics and that sort of stuff. And after that, we were at this place and they had a spa, so I went and had a spa. And then I went in a communal shower, so we were all dressed, but whatever. And my ears started to ring, and then I could feel the sensation that you were talking about. You start to sort of shrink inside yourself.
Yes,
It's like this and then I thought, oh, God, I'm going to faint. And I fainted, completely unconscious, but I landed on my face, and I broke all my front teeth.
No.
In front of and when a 17-year-old, you're always worried about what you look like, and I could feel all my teeth were jagged.
Oh.
And my friend picked me up, and she sat me on the side, on this little bench, and then I'm sitting on there. I thought, I'm going to faint again, and then I fainted again, and she let me fall on the floor again. I didn't hit my teeth this time, but then I said, please, don't let me fall again.
Yes. Oh, Jamie,
The drama
that
of it
sounds
all.
terrible. Let's finish with Jake.
Yes.
Now, Jake, you fainted before a show in Athens. What is the Greeks' recipe for someone who faints?
Look, I was hoping I was going to wake up and there'd be some, bloody beautiful Greek gods standing around me. But I was walking to the hair show, which is across the road from where I was staying, and I passed out just from, panicking, obviously. And I've woken up to a big group of years standing around me, all thinking, what the hell do we do with this big boy? And I've made my way across finally. They didn't call the ambulance or anything like that, but I've made my way across to the hair show and found my manager, who's from Australia, and she said, no, you'll be fine. I said, no, get me into the medical, whatever, tent, whatever it is. And so she takes me into the medical room, and the doctors are sitting there, all smoking cigarettes in this room, by the way, and they hand me, because they could see I'm panicking, they could see my blood pressure was up, or I was freaking out, thinking, I can't go to a hospital in Athens, God knows what they're going to do to me, they might take a kidney. And so I sit there, they pick up a packet of cigarettes, on top of the cigarettes, 3 different pills, and they said, take one of these, and it was a Valium, and it just knocked me out.
Valium and a pack of cigs.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've got a little bit of clickbait about that.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Isn't it weird how when you first see something in the zeitgeist, then you see it all the time? My friend sent me a link on Instagram of this American woman called Clea who runs a really great page called The Home Edit. And she massive Swiftie, and she did a deep dive into all the tracks on Tortured Poets Department.
Yeah.
And it was just this morning that I was looking at it, and it was the first time I'd ever heard that track 5 has significance across the board on Taylor Swift's album. I'm like, I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that, because track 5 on Tortured Poets is So Long London, right? And this is specifically what this girl was talking about. I get into work today and I see this full deep dive and grab from Taylor about the significance of track 5s.
My first album, track 5, was called Cold As You. Fearless, track 5 was White Horse. Speak Now was a song called Dear John. Red was a song called All Too Well. Track 5 on 1989 was All You Had to Do Was Stay.
Sure.
And Reputations, track 5 was Delicate. So because you noticed this, I kind of started to put the songs that were really honest, emotional, and vulnerable and personal as track 5.
I love this so much, and you know that folklore is my era.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking up the track list now, which I should know.
This is So Long London on the Tortured Poets Department, track 5.
Track 5. Track 5 on folklore is My Tears Ricochet.
Ah, yeah.
And let me just check Evermore for a minute.
And also track 5 on Lover is The Archer. And I remember where I was when you fell in love with this song. At the tour. You said you'd never really rated it until you saw it live.
It is... Oh! I've got goosebumps. Archer. And Evermore is Tolerated, which is another one of the bloody greatest songs of all time. Let's move on to a beautiful, heartwarming story from our other queen.
Queen Bee?
Beyonce has noticed online that there is a little boy talking about her.
Should we have a listen to him?
Yes.
What?
Beyonce.
Where or who?
Who is Beyonce?
Beyonce's in her house, baby. We don't know her personally. She's not Mama's friend.
She's her friend.
She's her friend?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you introduce me to Beyonce?
Yeah, I want to meet her.
I know, me too, baby. I want to meet her too. Yeah. Maybe one day we can meet her.
Yeah.
Sure.
Imagine meeting Beyonce.
I know.
You would faint.
Yeah, that's probably when I would faint.
That would be your first fainting moment. Well, Beyonce has seen that clip and has done what a good queen should do, and has sent him flowers and soft toys.
I mean, I feel like she could have arranged a meet-up.
I think so too, but she's busy. She's
totally.
on tour.
Yeah.
Isn't she? She's still on that Renaissance.
No, that's all over. She's promoting. That's finished. She'd be promoting the new album.
I think, it's. I agree. It would be nice if she turned up, and what a moment. But in lieu of that, flowers and soft toys from his friend Beyonce. It's gorgeous.
Watch the Beehive now all post videos about how they want to meet her and
Of
hope to receive a gift.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, here we go. We are so close to the weekend. And this is a community service announcement. Today is Friday. Do not do as I have done and feel like it's Monday.
I know. Oh, do you feel like it's Monday?
Yes.
I feel like it's a weird weekend day and we're at work. Like, I feel like we're at work on a Saturday because no one's here.
It is. Why? Honestly, a midweek public holiday really messes with my rhythms.
Yeah, it does. It does. I feel like most people would have taken today off as well.
Correct. I am very excited about the weekend because I'm going to be strapping on my bum bag and listening to Taylor Swift's Robin off her Tortured Poets Department album on repeat because it is my favourite song.
Is it?
Yep. And I want you to join me with your own bum bag.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're going to give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Hi, Dane.
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You know, you're the second Dane I've ever spoken to. The first Dane I knew was a guy from the Sunshine Coast who made the best vanilla slices from a bakery called Van Wiegen's.
Yum, there you go. Dane's not really a common name, is it?
It's not. It's not.
Also, Dane's not usually a kind of dude that would make a slice.
Man,
the Danes I know.
He knew his way around those chewy bagels and...
Yeah, I can't cook slices.
Nah, but bet you could eat them.
Grandma before.
Aha! All right, Dane. Hello, Christy.
Hello.
Hello. Are you feeling lucky for the bum bag, Christy?
I sure am.
I think you've got this in the bag. In the bum bag.
I believe in Dane. I'm back in Dane.
All right. Your names are your buzzers, Dane and Christy. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and we'll walk away with a money can't buy Chrissy's Swan Show bum bag. Big hello to all the kids in the car that seem to love this quiz. Question number 1. Which Italian city plans to ban takeaway food and drink after midnight?
Dane.
Yes, Dane?
Milan.
Correct. Look at you.
You really don't believe in Dane in this quiz.
Question number 2. How many players make up a netball starting team? Here if you need.
7.
Yes, Christy.
She's on the board.
1 apiece. 5 years ago today, Taylor Allison Swift released this song with Panic at the Disco. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the fun of me.
Yes, Christy, what's it called?
You're the only one I know.
No.
Dane?
No, I don't know it.
It is Me, which is the absolute worst track off that album.
It's a shocker.
Question number 4. Which pop star has cancelled their Australian tour this week?
Christy.
Yes, Christy.
What's the name?
Did you just say what's her name?
Yes.
Okay, well don't bother thinking. No, it's a man. It's The Weekend. Cool.
Oh, I knew that. My sister had tickets to it.
Oh, and how's she feeling? Devastated?
She was going to the one in Sydney, so she had flights and stuff booked, so she was pretty shattered.
Oh,
that's flattening.
That is.
Couldn't get Melbourne tickets, but yeah.
Also, these artists, remember this happened with Justin Bieber. The Weeknd postponed the tour, and then a few months later they cancel it. So they try to sort of soften the blow, but just cancel it from the start.
Just cancel
Don't lead us along.
Exactly right.
String us along, Weekend. Question number 5. 2003 animated film Finding Nemo was set in which famous spot in Queensland?
Dane.
Yes, Dane.
The Gold Coast?
No.
Christy?
Great Barrier Reef.
Correct.
Question
Just keep
6.
swimming.
For the win, Christy, you could be strapping on that bum bag.
What is the last month of the Australian financial year?
Christy.
Yes, Christy, for the win.
June.
Correct, my baby. You have got the bum bag.
Excellent.
that was some delayed excitement right there.
Absolutely.
Dane, you're also in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K. Wow.
Freudian slip.
Make sure you tune in to Ricky Lee.
Dane, make sure you give him your number.
Tim and Joel on Monday after 4.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And it's always a weird day, isn't it? The day after a sort of in the middle of the week public holiday.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Doesn't
day
feel
it is.
real.
I don't. And we haven't spoken. We didn't speak yesterday, which is unusual for us. So
Yeah.
I want to do a little round the grounds and see what you did and what I did on our day off.
Okay, great.
Oh, this is the theme from The Odd Couple. I mean, if there is an odder couple than you or I would like to see him. All right, I'm going to give you some times and you tell me what you were doing at that time.
Great.
At 6 a.m, I woke up and I put on my new Kmart matching red tracksuit.
I'm yet to see the red IRL. You've got the charcoal on today.
It is stunning. I have 4 sets. I had to get them because I knew that they'd sell out. So I put on my red yesterday and in an indication of what was to come, I did not put on a bra. What were you doing at 6 a.m?
I would have only been in bed for about 2 hours, so I was deep in my slumber.
You were asleep?
Yep.
Okay. 7 a.m, maybe we'll have more luck here. I got up and I made 3 different breakfasts. What did you do at 7?
Still deep in my slumber asleep.
At 8 a.m, I thought I need to practice some self-care. So I ran around the house and I emptied out all the recycling bins and I collected up all the paper, planning to build a fire, which is something I love to do for myself. What did you do at 8?
I was still asleep, Swanee.
At 9 a.m, I lit my fire and I realised that the wood pile was getting very low ahead of winter. So I reordered some split red gum to come to the house. What were you doing at 9?
I was still asleep, Swanee. You are very active between 6 and 9 a.m.
At 11 a.m, I thought, oh my God, it's Anzac Day. So I pulled out the coconut and the oats and put them on the bench to remind myself to make Anzac biscuits. Now, surely, at 11 a.m, you were awake.
Still fast asleep, my swan.
At 2 p.m, because we had a late-ish breakfast, I started making hot dogs for everyone.
At 2 p.m, I just sat down for lunch at Destasio in the city. I'd risen.
We're in the world together at 2 p.m. Then all afternoon, I burnt stuff, and at about 7, I went back upstairs and had a shower and got into my Udi. What were you doing at 7?
At 7, I would have just left the MCG and I was on my way to the Mount Erica, a pub.
At 8 o'clock, I put the coconut and oats back in the cupboard after having not used them. It was a nice idea, but I never made those biscuits. What were you doing at 8?
I was at the pub getting ready to go to the Union to go to another pub to meet mates.
9 p.m, sleeping.
9 p.m, I was about to leave the pub to go to a house party.
10 p.m, still sleeping.
Still at the house party.
11 p.m?
Still at the... No, let's not play this game. This is scary. Coming up next, we're going to open the mailbag for Chrissy's correspondence. Slide into our DMs at The Chrissy Swan Show if you'd like to give us some feedback.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
It's Friday, so let's go through the mailbag.
Chrissy's correspondence.
We love your messages. Send them through.
Please.
Now, I love this message from Mindy because this has been on my to mention to Jack list.
Oh.
And she's just reminded me. Chrissy, Jack, we need to talk about Baby Reindeer on Netflix. Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Jack?
I've not, but my mum just watched it and was like, you must watch this. It's hectic.
I am up to the end of episode 3.
So what's it about without giving too much away?
Well, it's about... I believe it was a one-man show for the stage written by a stand-up comedian from the UK.
Oh.
So that kind of affects the visuality of the visual sort of elements of the TV show, which I really love.
Cool.
But it is about a man a stand-up comedian. It's autobiographical. It is a true story, who works at a bar and a woman walks in and they strike up a conversation and then she very quickly becomes obsessed with him.
Like stalker vibes?
Total stalker.
Sick.
And the
Love
interesting thing about it is I'm at the end of episode 3 and if you're through it, you'll know that you need a breather. And I'm having that breather now. I may get back to it or I may not. It's fairly full on and
that
confronting.
Intense.
Yeah,
and
it is
for
a bit.
you to be rocked by something, I feel like it takes a lot with all
Yes.
of the true crime you've watched, etc.
Correct. It's just like, oh, this is awful. But the interesting thing about Baby Reindeer is it's very empathetic. It's a very compassionate take on stalkers. It's not what you expect.
Okay, I'm going to get into it this weekend.
It's very, very good.
Whilst we're on Netflix, Swanee, have you watched What Jennifer Did?
I started it I started it yesterday.
I loved that.
I'm up to the bit where I'm going, what's happened here? Because just to fill you in on this story, a girl, her parents are killed in a home invasion. And, I mean, I haven't seen the end of it. Have you seen the end of it?
I've seen the end of it.
Oh, my God, don't tell me what
won't say a
happens.
thing.
And it's very intriguing.
It is, and what I like about it is most of these Netflix sort of true crime docos, they go over sort of 4 or 5 episodes. This is just a 90-minute, 2-hour sort of one-off doco.
I didn't realise that. So I'm sort of like a third of the way through.
Yeah, you get an answer really quickly. It's a good hit.
I'm at the bit where they've got the CCTV footage of the intruders leaving the house. And I'm like, hang on, what's going on here?
How did they get in?
I thought it was almost... Exactly. Oh, the plot thickens. All right, let's go on to this. We have received some thoughts on the outfit that you wore to my birthday party, Jack.
The yellow, the splash of yellow, touch
Correct. Of yellow. Hugsy says, Jack is one Lowe's polo away from dressing like my grandfather. And Shezel says, yes, Jack dresses like he's 65.
What do you think it is? Is it the socks and the short combo?
I feel like you need to put them straight. How much did your T-shirt cost you?
$300?
Hey, I tell you what, you can't get that from Lowe's.
No.
Rosie recently heard me talking about my love for the Australia Post shop. God, I love it. And she sent in the below. She goes, I used to work at Australia Post. My favourite product in store was Hot Girls Pearls. They were a large fake pearl necklace that you could put in the freezer for women to wear going through menopausal hot flashes. This is exactly the sort of product that they sell there.
Peak post office.
Very specific products. She says that the tagline was, stay cool, look hot.
Amazing. Also, don't Google hot girl pearl necklace.
No, do not. Oh, my God, not under any circumstances. Now, let's finish with this one. I do not want to respond to this. Mick Taylor reached out to me. Now, if Mick Taylor isn't ringing any bells, Mick Taylor is the main murderous character from Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I thought, oh, Mick Taylor, ugh. And then he just goes, hi. His Insta handle is John Jarrett 1.
What?
Avoid
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, today is Friday. We've got the weekend, and then what is happening on Monday, Jack?
We are giving you the opportunity to jet away to LA to see JT.
Yes.
You've got to jump on the Nova Player app or on novafm.com.au and register your details.
Have you seen him live?
Never.
Oh, my God, he would be amazing.
I would love to.
I love this song. Ladies!
Justin Timberlake's brand new studio album, Everything I Thought It Was, is out now to buy, stream, and download.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Let's talk about one of our favourite agitators, Billie Eilish.
Oh, yes.
Gosh, she's a genius. What a song. Did this win the Oscar?
Yes,
Should have.
it did.
Yeah, it did.
The only sort of Barbie thing that got up. The only thing they won, really.
That sounds like shade to me.
No, it's just facts. I'm spitting facts.
Now, she has... Remember she did that big article in Rolling Stone?
Variety.
No, in Variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it made heaps of headlines because, oh my God, she revealed that she's queer. She was like, I thought everybody knew. I thought everybody knew what was going on there. And of course we did. She has opened up about her sexuality again. As her album release approaches, that is a good excuse right now to play the little snippet that we've got from her new album.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Open up the door.
What a vibe.
What a vibe. The article in the Rolling Stone is called The Real Billie Eilish, and she has said she absolutely is attracted to women. I am for the girls is the tagline.
Sounds like a tattoo. I'm for the girls.
I'm for the girls. I'm for the girls too, but in different ways. And she says, I've been in love with girls for my whole life, but I just didn't understand until last year. Which goes to my point. You don't know until you know.
Yeah.
Anything in this life.
And it can come to you at any age.
And of course, everything you say in an article can be taken out of context. And she has made an incredibly X-rated admission about what she likes to do in front of the mirror. I'll leave it to your imagination, but it is not what I like to do in front of the mirror, which is always smile to myself in a warm and welcoming way and say something like,
So unhinged.
"How are you?" or I go, "Hello."
Do your kids ever catch you doing it?
No, I do it on my own.
Good. You know to do it in.
And look, frankly, that's what I do have in common with Billie Eilish and what she does in front of the mirror. Anyway, find that article and have a listen. Have a read. It's very interesting. Elizabeth Moss, who we know mainly for
The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale.
I missed The Handmaid's Tale.
Is it Handmaid or Handmaiden? Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's.
She has said that she fractured her spine while filming FX's The Veil.
Ooh.
Fractured her spine.
I wonder if she's suing them.
I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Also, get me a stunt double, guys.
Because, well, yes.
I'm Elizabeth Moss. I can't be risking these type of injuries.
You know, I'm not mad for lawsuits and all that, but I would, if I fractured my spine,
Yeah.
I reckon I would make an exception of my, oh no, I don't want to be a burden, I don't want to make a fuss. I think I would sue.
Good.
And just take advantage of the insurance up the wazoo that all these productions have.
Exactly right. Surely Hulu were covered for all these types of
Hulu!
things.
So The Veil looks good.
Yeah. It's about, she plays an MI6 agent trying to stop an ISIS terrorist attack planned for the United States.
When is that coming? That looks like a bit of me.
I know. I feel like it'd come to Disney Plus here.
We have talked about a couple of Netflix things that we've been loving this show. So ahead of the weekend, check out What Jennifer Did and Baby Reindeer if you want to be truly disturbed.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.